good morning, and welcome to Wednesday, the 8th of July. All right, okay, wait for it to do its thing, and then I go do this thing, and then all right, I'm half expecting for it to be quite quiet today because half of, or the eastern half of Australia has a massive Telstra outage. So if you have Telstra, then good luck with that. Actually, I have Telstra, but obviously I'm on the Wi-Fi right now. So, no phone calls today at the moment, guys. Yeah, oh, actually, no, it is showing some service. It had nothing earlier, but anyway, if you have no phone service, Telstra's doing its best, I'm sure. All right, so we still have the moon in Aries. So now in the words I've written sensitive mental territory. So fucking be careful. Good morning, Kath. How are you? Um, yeah, words today, guys. All right, so the moon is in Aries. It is past Saturn, but the moon in Aries is square Mercury retrograde all day. So just be aware of that. All right. Make sure that you think first before you just talk, or, if you are highly frustrated, just be aware of the tone of the way that you're talking to people, because it could likely come out in a very aggressive way today. I've already experienced this morning. So just be careful. All right, so that's exact at 7 p.m. That square to Mercury. Again, just be careful all day. All right, so the words challenge the narrative. But in now that I'm now, okay, so I wrote this last week. Now I'm sort of reading that out. I'm like, just be aware of how you're being received. All right. Okay, this may feel like sensitive territory mentally, so treat yourself with the respect and care that you would give anyone else. Be proud of who you are. Allow yourself to feel into what thoughts get to stay. All right, no matter what anyone else believes, you are worthy of being loved for who you are and what you believe. Good morning, Julie. You made it. So yeah, just be very aware today. I've been saying this for the last couple of days. Mental health is something that is very up there right now. Um, changing landscapes, challenging belief systems, not understanding things. All right. So maybe the frustration comes from not being able to cognitively sort of understand what someone's trying to say. So um, good morning, Christy. How are you? Yeah. So Venus square Uranus. All right, there is also, so Venus is also coming into a square with Mars shortly, not yet, but still. Venus is square that Uranus in Gemini. All right, so we've just got a lot of challenges to the narrative today, guys. All right, so I can't stress that enough. Just, if somebody is out there getting frustrated, again, why? Like, what is it? They just might not be hearing, understanding. All right, so if you are getting frustrated, stop, count to 10, breathe deeply, walk away, whatever it is you need to do so that you don't engage in an argument. All right, so after 2 o'clock there is a trine to Venus in Leo forming. Nice enough, but it's still the moon in Aries. All right. So Venus is also in, that fire sign in Leo. So, she is quite proud and self-aware. There is a lot of potential ego conflicts, but that's more the Jupiter opposition Pluto starting. All right, because Jupiter in Leo is a very has the potential for a very overinflated ego, um, and saying I'm all that, whereas that Pluto in Aquarius is like, really? I was talking with Annie this morning, and you see the downfall of people a lot, and I'm sort of talking more collectively because it's Pluto, where like the Tsars of Russia, the Marcoses of in Indonesia, I think that was like the 80s, where these people uh, put themselves so high on a pedestal that from the outside, the collective can see how disjointed and overinflated it is. But the person that's up there is like, I cannot be wrong because I am godlike. So anyway, my point is that can sort of, be in your immediate environment as well. And if on this day where words could be used as weapons, just again, be careful of your space and yeah, how you give and receive that communication. All right, so after two, trine to Venus, maybe those sweeter words will come through after that 2 o'clock mark. So if you have to hold off, then hold off. After three, the moon starts its conjunction to Chiron. All right, so this does offer opportunities for healing. That conjunction is exact 7:30 tomorrow. So after three through till 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, there's that opportunity to heal. So, maybe if there are these frustrated words in the morning, wait till after that 2-3 o'clock mark. Maybe they will be better received after that. After 6 o'clock, there is a trine to the south node. All right, so this does give us an easier flow with letting things go. That moon's still going to be in Aries up until 6:30 tomorrow morning. So maybe that Mars will calm down a little bit with the sweetness of the Venus Chiron and giving some sort of, okay, let's move past this frustration potentially. And then after 10 o'clock, there is a square to Jupiter, but that is exact tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Again, just because I'm talking about, the southern hemisphere more, after 10 o'clock, I don't know whether how many of you people are up having conversations with people. Don't be choosing, again, anything with a square to Jupiter. I always say don't put too much on your plate. So that follows you through until tomorrow morning. Don't get up and say I'm going to do all these things because the moon moves into Taurus tomorrow and we need a little bit of that downtime. Chiron tomorrow morning, yeah, moving into a square to Pluto tomorrow. So again, don't or try not. I don't want to say don't. Just be aware of your communication today. There is hella frustration in the air, and the miscommunications could be off the charts today. So again, cannot stress that enough. What else is going on today? That's pretty much it, really. I mean, we've got all of the other stuff happening. Have I really talked about Chiron being in a sextile to the North Node? Yes. Oh my God, I love that, Kath. Please engage your brain before operating your mouth. I love that. I must engage my brain before operating my mouth. There's that rote learning where you had to just continually write shit out until you got it. And then they don't do that now. Seriously. All right. So yes, definitely the catchphrase for today, engage brain before operating mouth. All right. So yeah, Chiron sextile. All right. So sextile is an opportunity to the North Node. All right. So Chiron in Taurus, this sensory awareness, Uranus in Gemini. I don't like, again, there is an unease around at the moment. And because there is so much verbal frustration or mental frustration, it's coming out as snappiness. I think when the moon moves into Taurus tomorrow, we're going to be more emotionally engaged to be able to really feeling to our senses to have that healing opportunity. But at the moment, if for people that are just not aware or, I don't know, who are just frustrated, they're just not thinking, they're speaking without thinking. So again, if you know better, then don't engage. All right, that's it. That's it. All right, let's draw a card. I'm going to draw one of these ones today. So I can't wait for my new deck to come. Oh, it's going to be so good. It's really looking forward to it. All right, what card is going to help us get through this day? Even just in a sensory experience, like I'm feeling it in my solar plexus. I'm sensing it mentally, and it's just like, just need to keep breathing and grounding. All right, so just pay attention to your blood pressure today. Moon in Aries, headaches, blood pressure, adrenal fatigue is another one. So going from Aries to Taurus, we have that adrenal fatigue and this heightened emotion that moves into that calming space tomorrow. So, all right. Oh, okay, it's this one. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. I don't recall ever reading this one, but it is card number 26, for the wind that blows our sails. And that is absolutely perfect because Uranus in Gemini and even Mars in Gemini there is so much mental activity, and Mars creates wind. Gemini is a windy sign. Mercury rules the wind. So even just the unsettledness that we experience when it's windy, us Tasmanians fucking know that when we get those roaring 40s and how unsettling it is. So let's have a look at this card. 26. All right. Forward movement. Coming out of a slow period and time for action. This is a time for action. Your obstacles have dissolved. You've integrated the deep work that you've been doing, and you are on the other side of a dry spell. How wonderful to now have the energy to take the next steps unencumbered by the past. This is a time of new beginnings, of the excitement that comes with seeing your dreams coming to fruition after challenging work. Others may call you lucky, but you know what work it took to get here. This time of expansion is not one to take lightly or for granted, especially as you venture into uncharted territories. Now the wind that blows your sails is steady, and you feel the hand of the divine next to yours on the wheel. Stay in touch with that partnership. Stay awake and aware as waves can rise up out of nowhere. Have confidence that you are sailing in the perfect direction towards a destiny that will flourish. So go the distance. I love that. I love that. All right. So yeah, time for action, innovation. Maybe all of this energy in Gemini for you is giving you brilliant awareness and pushing you to take chances. You know, step into uncharted territory. Do things that would normally be beyond your comfort levels. So again, there is a sense of friction. And friction is good because it can force you to do things when you like really sort of go with it. So rather than allowing it to get you, use it to just push you through things when you're feeling. So, and I just had the thought that, fear and excitement and love, they're all the same energy. It's just the perspective that you put towards it. Again, it's a sense, it's a feeling. So stay on top of your feelings today. Remember, Gemini is your nervous system. All right. Uranus creates electricity in the body. Gemini is your thoughts. So all of this, heightened awareness and forceful energy in these areas. Don't let it come out of your mouth as hot wind. So there's also that. Again, engage your brain before operating your mouth. Thank you so much, Kath. I'm going to use that in my Instagram as well. So, and also I would just also like to reach out and say a big thank you to Rusty because he did give me an awesome tip the other day via my YouTube channel, and I just am very grateful. So thank you, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow. Just fucking stay calm. All right, just stay calm because the frustration levels are like up here. So, mwah, love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.